All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Did you help me with my lights this morning?
Did I help you with your lights?
Oh, I
Or
thought-
did I cut you off? I don't know.
I was in a rental car, didn't have my headlights on, and a lady came up to me and said, "Your lights are off." I thought it was you, but I guess not. Let's try that one more time. Good morning. Good morning. So my name is Justin. I'm a corporate trainer and national speaker for Tony Robbins. By show of hands, who knows who Tony Robbins is? Who does not know who Tony Robbins is? Who's not going to raise their hand no matter what I say today? For those of you who know who Tony Robbins is, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Motivation.
Teeth. Motivation, teeth, firewalk. Have you done it, sir?
Yes, we did it together.
Excellent. I've done it 9 times. That's why I'm limping right now. But the #1 answer across the country is motivational speaker. And he's actually not a motivational speaker. There are thousands of amazing motivational speakers out there, but he's not one of them. He is serious strategy. He trains people like Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, the past 5 American presidents, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Michael Phelps. The list goes on and on and on. And would you agree with me that these people that I just named, the last thing that they need is motivation? They're already fully connected with their purpose and they're performing at a higher level than anybody on the planet is performing at. And they still have a coach. So why do they have a coach? And why do we need a coach from time to time? Let me hear some answers, please.
Maintenance.
To reach your maximum potential.
Maximum potential, commitment, what else?
Maintenance.
Focus, what else?
Maintenance.
Accountability,
Maintenance.
maintenance.
Canning.
What?
Canning.
Can I? Constant and never-ending improvement?
That's right.
Love it. What else?
Get out of your rut.
Ideas. New ideas.
New ideas. Would you agree that these are all correct answers?
Yes.
And I would agree also, but I'm going to share with you the real reason anybody hires anybody to do anything. It is to take their life to the next level. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Would you also agree with me that that is what is fun about our profession, what is fun about finances, what is fun about love, is improvement. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Does everybody in this room in some way want to take their life to the next level? Yes. And we are going to cut this way down today. But if I can provide 2 to 3 strategies on how to do that today, is this going to be worth your time? Yes. Excellent. I promise you I'm going to deliver. But let me put it this way. How much do you remember from your high school math class, besides the man that's still in high school? There's a reason for this. We can spend years of our lives doing something, hours and hours and hours, and we retain none of it. Because if we sit back passively and do not want to be somewhere, we retain less than 10% of the information going on around us, and we are literally running on autopilot. Next thing, next thing, next thing, day's over. I promise you, if you sit up a little bit straighter today, maintain some uncomfortable eye contact, shout back some answers, and have a little bit of fun, you'll retain over 90% of the information I have to say today. Are we on board with this?
Yeah.
Do you see how this can relate to your business?
Yeah.
Do you think your clients know if your shoulders are slumped and you do not want to be on the phone with them?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they know the difference between your real happy voice and your fake happy voice?
Oh, yeah.
And do we use both those voices? We can change our energy, our attitude by changing our body language in a room or on a phone call. We can change the whole destiny of our life just by changing our body language. Tony Robbins is the world leader on negotiation, leadership, and peak performance. And he's not massively successful because of his education. He has a high school diploma. He's massively successful because he models the behavior of the absolute best in the world throughout history and today. He is not going to spend 5 minutes of his time trying to figure out something that's already been figured out. If he models the absolute best behavior in the world, he gets the same results, but he cuts out the years of education and the years of experience. Does this make sense?
Yes.
And whether we know it or not, our lives were shaped when we were children by the power of our role models and the power of our questions. And Tony has an extreme case, but I'm sure we can all relate to this in some way. He couldn't understand why his mother, a grown woman, couldn't feed him. She's talented, she's educated. Why couldn't she ever get her life together enough to feed her children? So he started to form a question. What is the difference that makes the difference? Why are some people successful and some people aren't? Why in every single city in a business somebody is massively successful with plenty of time for their friends and their family, and somebody is going to struggle their entire life. And he asks this question to every single person that he trains, and I want to ask you the same question. What determines our success? Let me hear some answers, please.
Motivation and
What's that? Motivation. What else?
Organization.
Organization. Mindset's what we talked about today. You want to just take over? Did you say effort? What else? Attitude. Does your attitude affect every single person in this room? Yes. Does my attitude affect every single person in this room? Yes. Do we all have people in our lives that we absolutely love? When they call or text, it makes us feel good and we answer the phone immediately? Yes. Do we have the opposite of that also? Do we have clients that we love working with? Even if there's a problem or issue, we know that it's going to be an amazing conversation because they make us feel great. Do we have people like that in our lives?
Yes.
We are capable of being both these people. Our attitude is a muscle and it must be trained every single day of our life, so we are going to lose it. What truly determines our success, and by the way, I agreed with every single answer, but I'm going to share with you something a little bit simpler. And what I'm about to share with you determines everything about your life, your love and passion at home, your health status, and how much money you have in your bank account right now. It is your patterns. Who can tell me what a pattern is?
A habit.
A habit. By show of hands, who here has some good habits? Who brushed their teeth this morning? How many of us have some bad habits? No. Bottom line, the things that we repeat every day of our lives determines everything about our lives with zero exception. And I want to give you a quick example. Everybody please stand up for me. Very quickly. Excellent. Everybody stretch out a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Shake it out. Good. I love it. Hands 6 inches apart, please. When I say 1, 2, 3, and go, we're going to clap. That's simple. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. You even knew I was going to do it. Simon says, child example. But why did you continue to clap even after I stopped telling you to?
We're happy.
Can we build momentum in the wrong direction?
Yes.
How quickly did it take for me to create a pattern in your brain? Yes. We do not teach Michael Phelps how to swim. That would be ridiculous. We would not give Bill Gates business advice. But we ask them questions. What if the patterns that we are running every single day of our lives are not producing the results that we're capable of producing? What should we do?
Change our belief system.
First, we have to take a look at it, because do you think we run these consciously or unconsciously? This is why a child can have issues in school. They switch schools, they're going to have the same exact issues. This is why people, and this is backed up with a ton of research, make the same amount of money their entire lives, even when they switch careers. Because we're saying if that was different, the economy, the market, customers, knowledge, experience, and we're not taking a look at what truly matters. Hands apart, please. When I say go, we're going to clasp our hands together, intermingling our fingers. Go! Excellent. Who has their left thumb over the right thumb? Raise your hand like this. Left thumb over your right thumb. This means you're creative, you're incredibly sexy, and you're going to be an amazing lover for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
It's actually all I have for you today. Now, who has the right thumb over the left thumb? This means you are the logical thinkers of the group, and if anybody's going to be a multi-millionaire, it's going to be you. I think we got a better reaction to the sex than we did for the money. Hands apart, please. When I say go, we're going to clasp our hands together, intermingling our fingers, but we're going to switch fingers and thumbs. If your left was over your right, now your right's going to be over your left. Go! Some of us couldn't even do it. That was painful to watch. How does it feel?
Awkward.
Why does it feel awkward and why does it feel weird?
They don't matter.
Yeah, if I would have asked you to do that 1,000 times in a row, you would have done it the exact same way 1,000 times in a row until I made you aware of the pattern. And this is how our brain works. We're faced with new economies, new markets, new businesses, new customers, new clients. We're bringing this with us. If we truly want to take our lives to the next level, all we have to say are the things that I'm doing every day of my life getting me ahead or leaving me behind. And I'm not talking about who we are when we're dressed up and shaking hands. I'm also talking about who we are when we're alone, what we're thinking about, how we move our body, what we watch, what we listen to. Are we truly running the patterns that are going to create and design the life that we deserve to have? Does this make sense?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's get started. Go ahead and take a seat. All right, you guys, I'm going to hit 2 to 3 main points. I'm going to go over them very quickly. If you guys want to talk to me more about them after, because I do not have time to give the psychological background or elaborate too much. But just know that this is based on 40 years of the best research in the world from the very best in the world. There are 3 major pillars to whatever we want to accomplish in our life and our business. It is this, SAM, S-A-M, S-A-M. S stands for strategy. Who can tell me what a strategy is? By show of hands, how many of us have a business plan that we look at on a fairly regular basis? High, nice and high, raise them nice and high. So just 4 people on this side of the room, that's pretty amazing. 5 people, 6 people. In a room of 50 people, 60 people raise their hand. How important do you think a business plan is? And it doesn't have to be complicated, we need to know where we're going. Because if we do not know where we're going, we just end up wherever we end up. And by the way, nothing can support anything that doesn't know where it's heading. Not money, not the universe, not God, not family, not friends. Nothing can support you if you do not know where you're going. It's very simple. Who are we and what are we trying to accomplish? If you just took this today, before you walk into a room, before you pick up a phone, and you just write down what you're trying to accomplish, even if you already know, even if you're already an expert in your business, even you already know the outcome with that customer or client, if you make a pattern of 5 seconds to write down what you're going to accomplish, you will get things done faster, you will treat people better, and you are going to make more money. Right before I walked into this room, I wrote down play from your heart and not your head. My head is a very scary place. Can anyone else relate to this? My head is going to tell me I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have energy, people don't want to listen, you have too many emails, blah, blah, blah. My heart is just going to figure it out. And if I have any chance of relating to anybody in this room, it is not through my head and my knowledge and my experience. It is only through my heart. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Strategy. Define who you want to be every single day. It's just as simple as what am I going to accomplish. It does not have to be complicated. What am I going to do this year? A in SAM is activities. Now, I don't know what everybody does in this room, but let me sum up some of my day. Phone calls, emails, problems, challenges. Phone calls, emails, problems, challenges. Did I sum up some of it? And I know I'm not giving the whole picture, but my point is this. If we continue to wake up, next thing, put out this fire, take care of this customer, take this order, do a little marketing, whatever it is, the day is going to end, and what are we going to do tomorrow? And it's a pattern, habitual, that keeps us exactly where we are for the rest of our lives. Tony Robbins is the #1 success coach on this planet, not because he's an amazing speaker, which he is, he's the best. But it's because he's a massively successful being. He's about creating lives, designing businesses. He owns 31 companies, operates in over 150 countries. And all 31 of his companies make money every second of the day, whether he's there or not. Because he designed it. And if he was going to take care of his to-do list, all 31 of his companies would fail. His entire career has been based on this: improve every single day. I would encourage you all to find one activity every single day away from just taking care of stuff, but that's actually going to improve your life or the life of your business. It could be something as simple as starting with working out, meditation, practicing gratitude, prayer, learning a new skill, finding a mentor or coach within or outside of your business. Even if it's a 5-minute activity, one phone call, it is a commitment to improve your business every single day. Tony Robbins based this philosophy on this. 17 years old, he was homeless, trying to put himself through high school. He decided to feed 2 families for Thanksgiving. The next year he fed 4, the next year he fed 8, last year he fed over 100 million people. And the next 3 years he's going to feed over 1 billion people. That's 1/7 of the population of the earth. And it started with him feeding 2 people. So the reason I bring this story up is we can start right now. Wherever you are, it is a commitment just to improve a little bit every day. Get better with your customers. Get better with your clients. Learn new skills. because this is what truly is going to build the business that you deserve to have. Whatever you want to accomplish in this life, all you need is a strategy and back that up with some activities. Does everyone in this room, if they're truly honest with themselves, know one or two things if they did more of, they might be a little bit more successful by show of hands? If we're honest with ourselves, we could just be as simple as I could wake up early. I could make some extra phone calls. Whatever it is, we already know how to be successful, myself included. So, if we know how to be more successful, why aren't we all playing at the level that we should be playing at? Let me hear some hands. Lazy. By show of hands, who in here is lazy from time to time? Some of you barely got your hand up. It's like, oh my God. What else?
Belief systems.
Belief system. What else?
Pain over pleasure.
Pain over pleasure. Yeah, the two driving forces. What?
Fear. You're in your comfort zone.
Comfort zone. Fear. Absolutely. What's that?
Habits.
Habits. Thank you. Disappointments, past disappointments, or maybe even fear of future disappointments, right? Absolutely.
Burnout.
Burnout, thank you. Who can relate to burnout from time to time? Absolutely. This falls under one umbrella. It is the M and Sam. It is your mindset. Please write that down. Your mindset is the unfair competitive advantage in any market, system, economy, or business that you choose. What truly sets people apart on this planet is not their education or talent, it is their psychological strength. Tony Robbins is mindset training, but please understand there are hundreds of people out there that have mastered it. Dr. Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, they have mastered mindset training. I would encourage you to seek these people out because this is what truly sets people apart. Not knowledge or education or talent. It is psychological strength. Whatever we want to accomplish in this life, strategy. Back that up with a couple activities and make a commitment to train your mind every single day of your life. Are we on board with this?
Yes.
Excellent. Now I want to ask you a question. This is a very powerful question, and I would ask that you give a 100% honest answer, and please do not give a socially acceptable answer. That was my scary voice. Did I scare anybody?
Yes.
I want to know on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 is the highest, your best self, your full potential. You're performing at one of the highest levels that you are capable of performing at. You're waking up in the morning fully inspired and fully motivated. That is the top. That is a 10. And I want to know where you feel like you are performing right now. Please write that number down. Do not overthink it. First number that comes to mind is correct. All right, please raise your hand if you are a 1 or a 2. Thank you, 3 or 4. Thank you, 5 or 6. It's probably most of us, 7 or 8. It's quite a few of us too. 9 or 10. Beautiful. Excellent. On this on average, we're either a 6 or a 7. What do you want to go with?
7.
All right, what does that number tell us?
We're being lazy.
We're being lazy. What else? We're C students. Yeah, maybe a C minus, right? What else?
We have a block to our own success.
We're not stepping beyond our limits. Absolutely. We say it in a little bit different way, but you're right on.
We're half here.
We're-
Here or somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not focused.
You are not at peak performance.
We are not at peak performance. Thank you. Fear, thank you.
We get in our own way.
We get in our own way.
Only slightly better than average.
I love it. So, let's just say this in a little bit more positive way, and my man right here was the closest. But there is room for improvement.
Yes.
That's it. And that's what's beautiful. But what we have to do is first understand how we're showing up. Because we are phone calls, emails, problems, traffic, kids, family. And then we're walking into rooms and we're picking up phones and we're hoping that things could work out. What if there was a different level inside of us? What if we got things done faster? What if we treated people differently? What if we felt better about what we were doing? Let me put it this way. I love what I do with a crazy passion. And there are days that I want to quit. Can anyone else relate to this? Yeah! But it's not important because we are going to get there. We're going to feel bad. Things aren't going to work out. We're going to lose money. Somebody's not going to treat us right. But what's important is to understand where we are and how can we improve. How can I step up to a higher level? And by the way, it's already ingrained inside of you. It's human potential. It's just waiting to be used. but we must tap into it. If you even just create this pattern, can I give more, can I be more, can I love more, you will. Can I be more, can I love more, can I give more? If you ask yourself that, you will every single day of your life. Whether you wrote down a 1 or a 10, is everybody capable of showing up at a higher level?
Yeah.
Yes.
So why aren't we? Let's just take 20 seconds. I want you to write down anything that's holding you back. There's always a gap from where we are and where we want to be. That could be time, that could be money, that could be delegation. That could just be enjoying what we do more. What has stopped you from being exactly where you want to be in your business? Do not write somebody else's name down, especially if they're in this room. Excellent. I'm just going to keep up a little visual here. Just shout out some answers, please.
Apathy.
So what?
Apathy.
Diligence.
Overwhelmed. Distractions.
Fear, fear.
Psychological blocks.
Gotta go.
Steve Casey.
Pampering myself. Organization.
Purpose.
Leadership.
Money.
Knowledge.
Got money. Keep going. We're doing good. Purpose.
Purpose. Fighting the competition.
Lack of energy. Uncertainty.
Keep going, you guys. We're doing good.
Politics.
All right. So let's see. I got apathy, diligent, overwhelmed, knowledge, purpose, confidence, energy, desire, comfort zone, traffic, organized, time, money, fear,
Discipline.
discipline. What else?
Unawareness.
Unaware.
Ourselves.
Ourselves. Pretty much describes it, right?
Self-love.
Self-love, absolutely. What's beautiful about this is you got all pretty much top 10 answers across the country. Actually, just give yourself a hand. That's beautiful. Fear is number 1, time is number 2, money is number 3. Why is this list exactly the same no matter who I speak to? I speak to a CEO of a company, he gives me this exact list. I speak to a teenager in prison, it's the same list.
We're all human.
We're all human, and we've learned it our whole life. We can't afford that. I don't have time. Let me get through this month. Maybe next year. I have too much to do today. I have too much going on with my family. And in reality, it has nothing to do with anything on this list. This is what represents the outside world, but in reality, it's emotional blocks and internal conflicts. And all an emotional block, internal conflict is this. I want to make this amount of money, I want to do this with my family, I want this kind of health, and then instantly we start thinking or walking away from that idea. You know what, it's just not the right time. I have too much to do, it's the holiday season. I don't feel like it, I'm too tired. I don't have the right education. We point at things and we label our emotional blocks and internal conflicts with outside sources. Does this make sense? It is always about this. We can always start here. Take care of the business second. Take care of yourself first. You will see things differently. You will get things done faster. You will make more money if you take care of yourself first. And I don't have time to break through some of those today, but just know that it is possible. I just want to go into the number 1 answer across the country because it has everything to do with everything on the list. It is fear. And what are we afraid of?
Failure.
Failure, success, the unknown. What else? Change.
The scary pictures we draw in our heads.
Yeah, the story that we tell ourselves is either why we're successful or why we're not successful, and it's the same story. People just tell it differently. Like my man here, how old are you? 17 years old. Tony Robbins started his business when he was 17 years old, and he thought he was too young. And then he had a little epiphany. He realized that everybody in the world wants to be young. Everybody wants to have energy. Everybody wants to have youth. Everybody wants to be powerful. He has everything that everybody on the planet wants, and he's ashamed of it. We need to see our lives differently, because the reason we say we're not successful could be the very reason that we could be massively successful if we see the story differently. We are strong believers that we are more afraid of success than we are of failure. Reason being, I ask everybody in this country, do you know one thing if you did more of, you'd be more successful? And they say yes. And then I say, if you truly do not know, are there resources out there where you could figure it out right now within a few minutes? And they say yes. There's something inside of us that's holding us back. By the way, if we're afraid of success and we're afraid of failure, where does that leave us? It leaves us in our comfort zone. And we will do everything in our power to stay there for the rest of our lives. What's a good name for all of this stuff?
Procrastination.
We have a very scientific name. We call it BS. That actually worked out pretty well. What does it stand for? Bullshit. It stands for belief system. But now I know where your mind is. Everyone, please write down belief system. I don't think this will work. The definition of a belief is a feeling of absolute certainty that you and I have about something. It is a feeling of certainty. Does everyone in this room have a different belief about what is going on right now?
Yes.
Based on your mood, based on if you're tired, based on if you like me, based on if you're stressed, based on if you know who Tony Robbins is, this has nothing to do with me. Every room that we're in, it has nothing to do with the other people in the room. It has everything to do with you. I was in a room the other night of about 200 people. A lady came up to me after and said, Justin, something you said to me resonated so deeply that I'm absolutely changing my life today. Beautiful, amazing experience. In that same room, there's a guy rolling his eyes at me. I was impressed by this man. He did it for 60 minutes straight. I almost hired him. Did they have two different experiences in that room?
Yes.
And did I change?
No.
They decided the experience they were going to have in that room before they entered the room. Based on their experience, based on their knowledge, based on their attitude. And this is why in every single business, in every single city, somebody is making the money and somebody is not. This is why people are willing to model the behavior of the absolute best in the world, knowing that it's going to create the life. And some people are going to continue just to work harder. Do we have more time?
No.
It's never about doing more. It's 100% of the time about money, energy, love, health, and you're saying it's not a good time now. We really need to take a look at that, because success and health is not in the future. It's right here in this room. Would you agree with me?
Carpe diem.
Yeah, perfect. Seize the day. The last thing I want to share with you, actually two quick things, but this next thing is the most powerful thing that Tony Robbins teaches. Everyone that he trains, whether it's Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Conor McGregor, all of these people agree with this one core concept. Without it, nothing matters. This is what sets everybody apart in this world. It is empowering beliefs. Please write that down. An empowering belief is anything that pushes you forward. More importantly, it pulls you forward. The money shows up. You're in the right room. The energy, the attitude. The world supports empowering beliefs. A company hired me to train their entire sales team. This was 300 account executives across the country. Meaning they all had the ability to make the same amount of money. And I took a chance on this lady. She was sitting in the front row. She had amazing posture, wonderful eye contact. She was a presence in the room. And I said, Miss, will you please stand up and tell me what your belief is about what you do here? And she stood up and said, I believe God put me on this planet to do what I'm doing. Is this an empowering belief?
Yeah.
I got chills when she said it. And more importantly, it was powerful because it's what she believed. She wasn't saying it to prove it to me. She was just telling me what she believed. And she gets to choose her belief system. She doesn't have to share her beliefs with anybody on the planet if she doesn't want to. But my point is, I talked to the CEO after the meeting. She was the #1 salesperson in the entire company, and she doubled the production of the person behind her. In a room of 300 people, she made double the amount of money of every single person in that room. And it had nothing to do with her degrees, nothing to do with her sales training, nothing to do with the market or economy or territory. The only thing it had anything to do with was she had an empowering belief about who she was. Empowering beliefs are what truly mattered. This is what gives us the fuel, the energy, the drive, the passion, is empowering beliefs. And a lot of us have a belief system, myself included. I still fall into this trap. I hope things work out. I would like to make more money. That's a belief, but it's not powerful enough. Because failure, success, and fulfillment are on the same road. And we cannot get to fulfillment with a belief system that I want to work hard and hopefully something good will happen in the future. It needs to be a decision now to take control of our lives, design our businesses. Does this make sense? Do you feel a certain amount of energy for me today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think I wake up this way, or do you think I do something to be this way?
A little both.
You mentioned the gym.
Cocaine.
I don't even sleep, I just wait for my next meeting. 15 minutes before I was on the way here, I touch pressure points in my body, I do breathing exercises, I'll get outside of my car, I'll practice gratitude, I'll visualize, I'll get very clear on why you are in this room. It's a 15-minute pattern that's changed my entire life. Because having a 15-minute pattern, I've been with Tony Robbins close to 2 years, I've probably taught 800 to 1,000 times. So over a course of 2 years, if I do that 800 to 1,000 times, get powerful, get energy, get focused, every single day I get more powerful. If I was to take this pattern, oh my gosh, okay, I hope I make it on time. Okay, traffic sucks. Okay, right after this meeting, I had to return emails and phone calls. That pattern over 2 years is going to put me in a worse spot than I was 2 years ago. And it's the simplest change of a pattern on how you feel. We can actually control time through our emotional state. It's not about time management, it's about managing our emotions. When you have a lot to do, but you don't feel good, things aren't going right, a deal fell through, money's not coming in, how well do you get that stuff done? Same exact list, but you feel amazing, money's coming in, you got a phone call, somebody sincerely thanked you, you feel like you're on fire. How well do you get that stuff done? You pick up the phone, you get it done, you treat people right, because when we feel good, we do good. When we feel good, we make money. It's the most important thing that we can ever manage on this life is our emotional state, and most of us don't even have a concept of how to do that. And there are experts out there that have figured it out, that have tapped into human potential just by controlling our emotional state. Now, in our last 2.5 minutes here, I'm going to describe something that's changed my life, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same that have been to it. But please write this down. It is March 23rd through the 26th.
I'm going.
Love it. And you've already been, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to be late.
I love it.
These days.
I'm
going too.
Excellent.
I'm going too.
Yeah. I've been 9 times. Marty Rodriguez, I don't know if any of you know her, she's the #1 real estate agent in LA. She had over $500 million in sales last year, and she's been 33 times.
Wow.
And she brings her entire team with her, because it is an experience. It is not about information. Information has no power on us.
I did it with my dad.
Do you love it?
They
Did it change your dad's life?
better than they apply in the law.
I love it. Perfect. Thank you so much. And it's called Unleash the Power Within. It's in LA, the USC campus.
Woo! Sorry.
And this is actually going to be a really cool one. We ranged about 14,000 people to 20,000 people at these events. Australia, London. LA, we had to slide this one in because our venue in New York fell through. This one's only going to be 7,000 people. It's going to be amazing. The energy in there is going to be crazy. It's going to be a really cool show. And the USC campus, the basketball stadium. Galen Center or something like that? Yeah, there you go. This is a 3-day event. The 4th day is a bonus health day. It is 50 hours of training from the #1 success coach on this planet. It's crazy, it's fun, it's emotional, it's intense. Day 1 is called Fear into Power. You find out what you're afraid of, you turn that into actual power and energy. Mine was a fear of rejection. Now I'm able to talk to tens of thousands of people all across this country. You'll also get emotional state training and peak state training. You master peak state training, you master your life. This is why every pro athlete at the very top works with Tony Robbins. Every race car driver does. Because if you can master what you focus on, how you move your body, and your internal language patterns, you master your life. It's the triad. And it's a lot simpler than you think. At the end of this night, you're going to walk over 12 to 15 feet of fire. It is not about walking over the fire. It is about an experience. It is a rite of passage. It's fun. I remember every single time I did it. But more importantly, it's about asking, do you want to walk around with that bullshit for the rest of your life, or do you want to drop it? That's all the fire is. So if there's anything on that list that you said, time, money, energy, family, you ask yourself, do you want to continue for the next 20 years to say that's an issue, that's why, or do you just want to get rid of it? Day 2 is psychological success training and the power of influence. And it's not about influencing other people. There's no power in that. It's about influencing yourself. If you can master how to influence yourself, people around you are automatically influenced. Day 3 is transformation day. You find out what your 3 most limiting beliefs are, and you change them to 3 empowering beliefs. It's not something that you write down. It's not goals that you make. You do not go home and work on it. We do it there. Tony Robbins is not going to accept your money unless he gets a result. And by the way, he does not do anything unless he gets a result now. He's not about working hard and maybe something will happen in the future. One of my empowering beliefs that's helped me a lot in my life, and whether you go to this event or not, I would ask you to actually just kind of contemplate this throughout the day. But one of my powerful beliefs is that I am in this room for a reason. So what does that say about you? And what's beautiful about that is you can forget for 1 hour about phone calls, emails, problems, and you can actually be present. One of the biggest skills that no one even talks about right now is being present with people, making people feel amazing. And you can master that with just changing one belief. Day 4 is a bonus health day. The heart and soul of it ends on Saturday night, but it's the 13 master principles of energy and vitality. Tony has studied energy like he has studied success from the absolute best people on the world. And it's not a diet, it is not a fad, it's actually how you're supposed to live on this planet. I've seen this man go through 27-hour meetings. I've seen him on stage for 17 hours straight and not even take a drink of water because he fuels his body in the correct way. He teaches you how to turn your body into a fat-burning machine instead of a sugar-burning machine so that you have natural, sustained, intense energy. And I respect everything that you guys do here, so I am going to let you come to me after the meeting if you want to go to this event. I get the absolute best prices in the company, period. There are 4 of us that do this around the world. We get the best prices. You will not find better prices anywhere, but if you want to go to the event, you can come talk to me after. Other than that, oh, one last thing. I gave 90% of you a referral sheet. I'm going to be here in LA for 2 months. How I make a living, how I impact lives is talking to people just like you. We make a connection, we find out if it's a good fit. It could be a sales team, a car dealership, a Wells Fargo, a real estate company. I don't care who it is. We talk to doctors, lawyers, everyone. If you give me that referral, I'll give you a Tony Robbins CD hour of power, and that is truly a blessing in my life. All right, any questions for me? I think I have like 30 seconds left.
What's the youngest age that you intend to move to center?
They can go as young as you want. I've seen kids on Tony's shoulders, but he does use adult language. You have to know that. So that would make a decision that you'd have to make for your kids. But I love teenagers to go. It's amazing for teenagers. Anything else? But
What are your thoughts on I'm Not Your Guru, Netflix documentary?
I absolutely love it. I've seen it like 6 times.
Amazing.
So I cry every time.
Right.
I'll watch it before I do a video.
Right.
I mean, before I do a presentation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What are the dates again?
March 23rd through the 26th.
Justin, I have one question. What's been the most profound experience that you've had being a part of this organization?
The most profound experience is that I have changed my entire reality. Everything that I used to be ashamed of is now my greatest power and my greatest gift. Being shy, being protected, being fear of rejection, everything in my life, muscle, clothes, cars, house, was to show the world that I was okay. And I didn't realize it, but I was working completely out of fear. It was just to show the world, look, I'm okay, I'm strong. And it all fell apart. And connecting with my vulnerability has actually helped me connect to people all around the world. And I love talking to people like that because some of the greatest business owners and salespeople in this world are shy. Because they're empathetic to people. They know what's going on in people's mind. They can feel a room. So a lot of times what we think is holding us back is actually our greatest power.
So, Justin, thank you so much. Please, a big round of applause.